It was a crisp autumn evening, and I found myself standing on the balcony of my small city apartment, gazing at the skyline that seemed to glow with promise. The amber streetlights reflected in my glass of wine, and I couldn't shake this feeling that my life was teetering on the edge of something monumental. My husband, Daniel, was working late again, or so he said. You know, when I first married Daniel, it felt like a fairy tale. He was this charismatic architect, able to sketch dreams onto paper, while I was the grounded lawyer, fiercely independent and ready to keep him tethered to reality. Together, we thought we were unstoppable. But as time went on, I began to see the cracks in our perfect facade. In those early years, our relationship thrived on shared goals and mutual admiration. I remember how I would marvel at Daniel's ability to transform ideas into stunning structures, while he adored my sharp wit and unwavering moral compass. But then something shifted. Daniel's ambition became relentless. It consumed our evenings and weekends, and soon I found myself not as his partner, but as a mere spectator to his obsession with work. And then there was Claire, his assistant, young, ambitious, and painfully attentive. I noticed the changes in Daniel, the furtive glances at his phone, the lingering scent of cologne that wasn't mine, the growing distance in his touch. I wanted to believe my instincts were wrong, but deep down, I knew. One evening, I found myself seated across from Claire at a gala dinner. The tension was thick, a silent war waged behind our polite smiles. And then she broke the charade. "Daniel's mentioned how much he appreciates your patience," she said with a smirk. My heart sank, but I forced a smile, masking the storm brewing inside me. That night, I decided I needed clarity. I followed Daniel after the event, and my worst fears were confirmed when I saw him and Claire in an embrace outside a secluded restaurant. But I wasn't about to react impulsively. I took a deep breath, reached out to an old friend, Mark, a private investigator, and together we uncovered not just the affair, but also some questionable financial dealings tied to Daniel's latest project. Betrayal washed over me, not just as a wife, but as a partner who had built a life with a man I no longer recognized. Confrontation came on a rainy Saturday evening, and I laid out the evidence on the dining table. Photos, receipts, everything. The silence in the room was deafening, broken only by the ticking of the wall clock. "Do you have anything to say?" I asked, my voice calm yet laced with steel. His shock turned to anger. "You've been spying on me? That's rich coming from someone who's always been married to her job." I couldn't help but laugh bitterly. "Don't turn this on me, Daniel. I sacrificed so much for us, and this is how you repay me?" The argument escalated, and truths cut deeper than any lies ever could. But amidst the chaos, I realized my pain wasn't just about his betrayal. It was about losing myself in a relationship that had become one-sided. So, I decided to leave. It wasn't easy. Friends took sides, family questioned my decision, and the legal battle over our assets drained me. But I emerged stronger, rediscovering parts of myself I had long buried. I rekindled old hobbies, built new friendships, and eventually started my own law firm. Daniel? His life spiraled downward. Claire, it turned out, was more interested in his connections than his affection. His shady dealings came to light, and he reached out to me, seeking forgiveness. But I remained resolute. Years later, sitting in my office overlooking the city skyline from a high-rise I owned, a young woman walked in seeking advice on a prenup. As she shared her fears about losing herself in her upcoming marriage, I couldn't help but smile, listening intently. When she left, I looked out the window, reflecting on my journey. I had been broken, betrayed, but never defeated. My story is a testament to resilience, a reminder that love should never come at the cost of your own worth. So to anyone listening, remember this: love fiercely, but never forget to choose yourself.